Welcome back, Truth Seeker. If you missed last night's video on the death of Snoop Dogg's mother, announced the same day as the news of the Friends actor, and of course Snoop Dogg's been doing that Corona commercial all year with the Houdini song Friends playing in the background, which he did right after John Fletcher of Houdini died at age 56. Make sure you see that work. What we're going to talk about now is his Murder Was the Case album and the murder case he went through in the early 90s. I went back and looked. He's accused of murder on August 25th, 93, 56 days before his birthday. Go figure, 56 days before his birthday. John Fletcher dead at 56. The Friends actor, they said, died from cancer, and if you read the article, he supposedly got cancer at age 56. And of course, 56 is the calling card of the Society of Jesus. At the end of this presentation, we're going to watch the whole music video for Murder Was the Case, and I want you to watch how Satan, who he's making the deal with, turns into Jesus. It happens in a quick second in the video. And as we've always talked about, there's a lot of parallels between Jesus and Satan, and I'm not sure at the end of the day there really is any difference, because you look at most Christians, they're some of the most evil people on the planet. That point aside, let's look at all of this and how perfect this ritual was. And again, the Snoop Dogg murder trial was going on at about the same time the O.J. Simpson murder trial was. I'll show you the parallel there as well. But it was 1993, August 25th, Snoop Dogg and his bodyguard McKinley Lee accused of murder. They ended up being acquitted of murder, and they said it was an act of self-defense. Snoop Dogg was acquitted for those charges on February 21st, 96, when he was 24 years old. His mother just died on the 24th of October, 4 days after his 50th birthday. And of course, 4 is the number of death. You know, remember Kobe got passed by LeBron in points scored, fell to 4th all-time, and then died the next day. Not to mention LeBron passed Kobe in his hometown, Philly. All these rituals are biblical. All these numbers come from the Bible. The 4th book of the Bible is called Numbers. Again, look into Manly P. Hall, The Secret Teachings of All Ages. Look into his other texts. He has a book on the numbers 1 through 10 and talks about how 4 is the number of death, which is no secret. It's not just from him. In the Far East, in Chinese, Mandarin, and in Japanese, the number 4 is pronounced the same way as death. 4 is associated with death. As we know, the word kill is 44. 2 4s in the word. Kill equals 44 in Gematria. The August 25th killing, 93, was 44 weeks and a day after Snoop Dogg's birthday. And, of course, 441 has a square root of 21. Snoop Dogg ended up getting acquitted on the 21st of February. The murder happened while he was 21 years old, and now look at his mom dead in 2021. Jesuit 21, Society of Jesus 56. These are calling cards for that gang. But with regards to when he was acquitted, February 21st, 96, this was about a year and a half after his Murder Was the Case album came out. Murder Was the Case equals 96 in Gematria. In the music video for the title song, Murder Was the Case, he makes a deal with the devil. Devil is 52. He was acquitted on February 21st, the 52nd day of the year. When you run the alphabetic order in reverse, murder and devil are both 83. Murder Was the Case, deal with the devil. 83 again and again. Don't forget the Police put out the song Murder by Numbers, where killings as simple as ABC 1, 2, 3, and that song came out in 83. And then look at the movie poster for Murder by Numbers. In the movie poster, the E's changed to a 3, the B's changed to an 8, 3883. Sandra Bullock's the star of that movie. Sandra Bullock equals 83. But look at what day Murder Was the Case came out, right? October 18th, 94. The date that would eventually become, Event 201. By the way, we talked about back in spring the announcement of the new hip-hop supergroup Mount Westmore, which equals 201, like the Jesuit order. This album, Murder Was the Case, came out on October 18th. That was the date of Event 201 in 2019. But October 18th is also the day leaving 74 days left in the year, which we'll talk more about in a moment. With regards to that album coming out in 94, the man who Snoop was accused of murdering, Philip Woldemariam, equals 94. Roman Catholic Church equals 94. Again, that's who's behind all this. Again, we're on the Catholic calendar. We're speaking the Catholic language. And again, just Roman Catholic Church, Philip Woldemariam, 94. And notice, I've seen the music video many times for Murder Was the Case. But I've never seen this 18-minute film for the full production that Dr. Dre was a part of. The fact that it's 18 minutes definitely stands out, though. The Jesuits, that's their acronym, IHS, 18, forwards and backwards, Jesuit Order 72. Isn't it interesting that on the Murder Was the Case album cover, and if you watch the music video, at the end, Snoop Dogg's buried in the ground before the devil resurrects him, and on the tombstone it says Calvin Broadus, that's Snoop Dogg's birth name, 1972 to 1994. But back then he was born in 72. These days he's born in 71. So isn't that interesting how it's changed over time? And we've seen that before. You know, Chadwick Boseman, everyone changed his age of death. He died at 42 on Jackie Robinson Day, and then they quickly changed his age of death to 43. We recorded it in real time. And anyone can prove that he was 42. Just read all the headlines or the stories from just months before his death. Supposedly his cancer battle at age 42. And then his birthday was in November. He died before November, so how did he become 43? Again, they didn't want to make that too obvious for everybody. They couldn't be reporting that he died at age 42 on Jackie Robinson Day. And let's not forget, Snoop Dogg's mom is now dead on the anniversary of Jackie Robinson's death, as we talked about last night, born on the 117th day of the year, days before the start of the 117th World Series. A night after LA gets eliminated by the Braves, who just retired Hank Aaron's body this year, the man who retired at age 42. But 1972 on the Murder Was the Case album cover, 18-minute film for the soundtrack. And again, these are all Jesuit rituals. And funny how before this news broke, the video I did earlier in the day was all about the Jesuits in 72, you know, and YouTube didn't like that video being out there. Funny this happened 10 minutes later to further prove the point. So, Snoop Dogg just turned 50, right? October 20th. By the way, that Mount Westmore, they just officially put out their first single on Snoop's 50th birthday. And again, Mount Westmore 201, like the Jesuit Order. And August 25th, 93 was the date of the accused killing. Notice that date can be written 25/8, like 258. Order of Illuminati has that gematria 93 and 258. That's a real thing from history established by the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt. Number of the beast is also 258, associated with Satan. Next thing you know, he's doing, Murder Was the Case, making deals with Satan. But look at that. August 25th, the day to his October 20th birthday, 56 days later. 56 days. 8 weeks. Reminds me when Gavin Newsom, Jesuit educated, said, in 8 weeks, 56% of California will have coronavirus. Of course, coronavirus is 56, like COVID vaccine, like Gavin Newsom. Again, that's the Jesuits' number. Society of Jesus, 56. In the lyrics to Murder Was the Case, he buys his mom a Benz, Mercedes-Benz 56. I bought my mama a Benz, Bought his girlfriend a Jag. And again, acquitted on the 21st of February, 21 years old at the time of the murder. Mama's dead in 2021. Jesuit 21. And going back and reading about the old reporting, they mentioned that the family of the man who was killed August 25th, 93, that they moved to the U.S. in 79. They had to put that detail in the story. Remember, Murder Forwards is 79, like Society of Jesus 79. And, of course, at that same moment in history, everybody was focused on O.J. Simpson, born on 7/9, the accused murderer, the Hollywood actor who just participated in Naked Gun 33 1/3, former football player. Notice that murder case for O.J. Simpson started September 26th, the day before the Jesuits were recognized by Roman history. Ended on October 3rd, 10-3, Jesuits 103. How about this right here? You think this is a coincidence? From the date of the supposed murder by Snoop Dogg and the bodyguard, which was ruled self-defense, to the acquittal was 911 days. You think about that? 911? You know, it's 187 on a cop. 911, who you going to call? Don't forget, in Jewish Gematria, Vatican Hills 911, where the gang rules from. Again, Roman Catholic Church 94. Murder was the case in 94. Victim, his name equals 94. By the way, with regards to murder was the case, the acquittal being in 96, Corona equals 96, the beer company who he's been advertising with. And if you go back and watch the Murder Was the Case music video, the first thing you see is this, cold beer. You know? Beer also equals 21. Think about the legal drinking age, all the 21 stuff we're talking about. But cold beer right on the screen at the beginning. And like I continue to tell you guys, the Jesuits, they got scripts planned out for these people. It's like when you sign your name on the line for the fame and the fortune, they've already written your whole future. You know, they probably had it all planned out. You know, John Fletcher signed up to make it big with Houdini. They probably had his life written out. They're like, you know, he's going to go on this date. Then we'll have Snoop Dogg doing our Corona beer commercial. By the way, you guys, Corona's owned by Anheuser-Busch. What's Anheuser-Busch equal? It equals Jesuit order. You know what I mean? And I've been talking about Anheuser-Busch rituals in all sorts of ways, besides this right here. But again, it's the same gang running all this stuff. Another interesting stat, from the August 25th murder to the release of Murder Was the Case on October 18th, 94, span of 420 days. 420 associated with smoking weed, Snoop Dogg, you know, probably the big for living celebrities right now. If there was like a game and the game was, okay, I'm gonna say something and you have to name a celebrity connected to it. If I said weed, I guarantee you almost everyone in the room, the first person they would name is Snoop Dogg. And his latest album just came out on April 20th. And remember, from that album coming out to his mom's death is 187 days. And years ago, Dr. Dre's son supposedly died from suicide 187 days after his birthday. And Society of Jesus equals 187, the homicide code in California. And again, Snoop Dogg is going to be in Super Bowl 56. Super Bowl equals 112. Snoop Dogg equals 112. Dead 112 days before the Super Bowl is his mom. Isn't it funny how it all comes together? But here, you think that's something? How about the guy who plays the devil in the Murder Was the Case music video? Shout out to the person who caught this. It's actor Gregory Scott Cummins, who was born in 56. They got an actor born in 56 to play the devil for Murder Was the Case when Snoop supposedly murdered a man 56 days from his birthday. And they have to mention in his IMDb that he got out of high school in 74. But look at this. The actor's name, Gregory Cummins, 187, 79, 191. Look at Society of Jesus. 187, 79, 191. And then he doesn't have the 56 in his name, but he's born in 56. But he does have the 74 in his name, and Murder Was the Case came out on October 18th, the day leaving 74 days left in the year. And, of course, Jesus and Lucifer are both 74. We talked about this so many times. Cross Messiah, Gospel Parables, all 74. Think of Machiavelli, 74. Tupac on the Cross, his last album, released on the big Jesuit day. Remember the 5th of November? The day leaving 56 days left in the year. The day the Tupac album comes out with Machiavelli, him on the cross. And again, Machiavelli, named after Machiavelli, the Italian who faked his death. But isn't it all just too perfect? And don't forget rapper equals 74 either. But Murder Was the Case, October 18th. So his mom's dead 6 days after the anniversary of the release of this album. 21 is the sixth triangular number. Saturn is the sixth planet. Saturn equals 21 and 93. Saturn's associated with death and judgment. Supposedly he murdered a man when he was 21 years old in 93. We're going to watch the Murder Was the Case music video. You'll notice that Satan turns to Jesus at a minute 20 in the video. Illuminati's 120. Jesus and Lucifer are the morning star. Light, Illuminati, the Son of God. The Catholic Church, Sunday. The full name of the actor who plays Satan, who changes from Lucifer or Satan to Jesus at a minute 20, look at his name. Gregory Scott Cummins, 93105, like Order of Illuminati, 93105. Here, let me just, in case you forgot this one from the other day, because this is just a really great example right here. There were actually multiple examples of the same thing on the exact same day, October 5th. Forbes published this on October 5th. The 400 richest people in America right now, and number one was Jeff Bezos, worth $201 billion as of 9/3. As of 9/3, he's worth $201 billion in an article published on 10/5. Order of Illuminati, 201-93-105. On that same day, you had this lady who shaved her whiskers off right before the interview, Stephanie Grisham, in the news promoting her new book about Jesuit-educated Donald Trump. And notice, again, this was on October 5th as well. Stephanie Ann Grisham, 201-93-105. Again, knockout chin, if you know what I mean. So, whiskers have been on that chin before. But anyway. And don't forget, Caitlyn Jenner, 201. Just think about it all. It's this same gang just controlling all this stuff, you know, all these agendas. And it's all mockery, too. But Gregory Scott Cummins, 93-105. The guy who plays Satan, Snoop Dogg's Murders, is supposedly in 93. Don't forget God's Son, 93. Nazareth, 93. Crucifix, 93. The 930th chapter of the Bible is where the Christian story begins. You know, Jesus crucified between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. in the Bible. They say Jesus' crucifixion was April 3rd. That's what science traced it to in 2012, the 93rd day of the year. It's the day Brandon Lee was buried, and Alec Baldwin, that's his birthday. Alec Baldwin's birthday is the same day Brandon Lee, who died, who was killed on the set of The Crow after his dad did the movie Game of Death, which came out on a 93 date numerology, where he plays an actor who's shot on the set of a film, just like what happened to his son in The Crow. And from Bruce Lee's death on the 201st day of the year while filming Game of Death, from that anniversary to Alec Baldwin's latest ritual was 93 days later. But yeah, Snoop Dogg, here's an article. Why Snoop Dogg stopped rapping about death after his 93 murder case. And again, does the Friends commercial for Corona right after Houdini's John Fletcher dies at 56. Then his mom's dead on the day of the Friends actor, Gunther, who got his cancer diagnosis at age 56. Again, that's just straight from the article. John Fletcher equals 56, dead at 56. I mean, all year this commercial's been driving me nuts. I'm just like, man, this shit is sick. This shit is so sick. And now you realize, man, I mean, it's been going on. It's been going on. It didn't just start right here. Here's the Friends actor, reportedly dead on the same day as Snoop's mom. I was 56 years old at the time, and they screened for PSA, which is prostate-specific antigen. So, go figure, right? Same day, October 24th. And again, John Fletcher, dead December 23rd. Perfect ritual that he was killed in, but again, John Fletcher, dead at 56. And this Mount Westmore supergroup, E40, Snoop Dogg, Too Short, and Ice Cube. Ice Cube's all over the Murder Was the Case soundtrack. But, again, first song officially released on Snoop's birthday, October 20th, 2021. And we talked about this back in March. It was South Central Channel who first... Or no, that wasn't who tipped me off. Somebody tipped me off, but they had the information up on that channel. But Mount Westmore, 201. And don't forget what they just did. Alec Baldwin just killed a man or a woman and shot a man 201 days after his birthday. Bruce Lee died on the 201st day of the year. His son's death, Brandon Lee, came 201 days from the anniversary of John Eric Hexum's death, who was killed on October 18th, 84 on the set of a movie when a gun went off. Again, just 201 all around. And then they compared the death also to Vic Morrow's death, who died on the set of The Twilight Zone, and The Twilight Zone's 201. And again, the first episode of The Twilight Zone, the pilot episode, was about sending a man to space. The moon mission was on the 201st day of the year. Neil Alden Armstrong, 201. Again, Jesuit rituals as far as the eye can see. But just to remind, Ice Cube was part of this group. He used to be with Dr. Dre, who has the obvious connection with Snoop Dogg, in NWA. And Eazy-E was the man who founded NWA. And Eazy-E, he died 201 days after his birthday. He died on March 26th, like 26/3, like 263, the 56 prime. His record label was Ruthless Records 201. You know what I mean? Dead on 26/3, 263, the 56 prime. The Jesuit Order 201, Society of Jesus 56, the exact same thing. And keep in mind, his birthday, September 7th, can be written 7-9. That's the day Tupac was shot in history. September 7th. Mac Miller died recently in history on that day. His full name equals 79. He has a song about the Jesuits, Mac Miller. He was Jewish. Jesuits are Jewish and Catholic. But again, Machiavelli album released on November 5th, the day leaving 56 days left in the year. Machiavelli 74, Rapper Killing, Jesus Cross, Messiah, Gospel Parables. Snoop Dogg's Murder Was the Case, released on the day leaving 74 days left in the year. Tupac's name, just like Jesus, forwards and backwards, Jesus and Cross. Of course, that wasn't his birth name. I think his birth name was Parrish Crooks. But some of my older work, this post is from 2016 on my old site. Again, don't confuse my old blog with the website. There's freetofindtruth.com, which is social media for truth seekers. My old blog is freetofindtruth.blogspot.com. That's where this post is. But Ice Cube put out Lethal Injection in 93 on Pearl Harbor Day. And, back then, talking about all the same things. Just Saturn in 93, Saturn connected to Death and Judgment. Put it out on Pearl Harbor Day 144. Guess the one thing I missed there was Jesuit Orders also 144. Like Anheuser-Busch, who owns Corona, who's got Snoop Dogg doing commercials now. But Eazy-E died 67 weeks after this album came out, and Lethal Injection is 67. So is Blood Sacrifice, And there's more to it. Here, I'll show you the rest of the ritual. Lethal Injection, 6786, actually. Back when I did this post, I didn't know reverse gematria, so that's why I didn't have that in there. Blood Sacrifice, 6786. Human Sacrifice, 6786. Eazy-E dead 67 weeks after Lethal Injection came out. There's been a lot of deaths in connection to Ice Cube. All these guys got a lot of bodies connected to him. But they say that Eazy-E got sick on February 24th. Of 95, and that was 444 days after the album came out, and Masonic and Killing in Sumerian Gematria are 444. The way that cipher works is you just take the alphabetic order, like Jay-Z has the 444 album. The way that cipher works is you just multiply the alphabetic order times 6. So, Rapper becomes 74 to 444, Killing 74 to 444, Masonic, all these things, right? Explains Jay-Z's 444 album. But Eazy-E got sick 444 days after that, and there are people that maintain that they think he was injected with something, because he just got sick so fast, all of a sudden. This isn't the way it went for Magic Johnson, right? Magic Johnson. Think about the name, right? Magic Johnson. Supposedly got HIV from fucking everybody, but his Johnson must be magic because his HIV just went away. So, Eazy-E died at age 30, 30 days after becoming sick. And the reason for that is probably right here. You know, words like slavery have the 30, but so does the not so nice N-word. You know, Tuskegee. Think about Tuskegee. 30. You know what I mean? Don't forget, 201 people in the control group for the Tuskegee experiment. Oh, and there's the 30 I really should have hit. Ice Cube is 30, right? Ice Cube is 30. With regards to the Murder Was the Case album, you know, having Calvin Broadus 72 to 94, and now his birth year has changed to 71. But just remember, Anonymous, who gets its symbolism from the Jesuit Guy Fawkes, every year on November 5th, because that's Guy Fawkes Day, they do the Million Mask March. Notice, Million Mask March 72, like Jesuit Order 72, like Guy Fawkes Mask 72. It's that white mask from V for Vendetta. He died in history 72 days from his birthday. He died 72 years after the Jesuits were created in 1534 for another 72. And the Jesuits were created on a date with 72 numerology in Paris, which is 72. That's where the Jesuits are from. Again, the Jesuits reinstated by the Pope on the 359th day of the Pope's age, which is the 72nd prime number. And again, there's 72 names of God from Kabbalah. There's 72 demons in the Goetia, which was discovered in the 16th century, the same year the Jesuits were created. And again, that's why you just look at this entire thing. It's just got the Jesuit numbers all over it. And in 94, Roman Catholic Church, who they serve and work for. And then when we watch the Murder by the Numbers, or not Murder by Numbers, but the Murder Was the Case music video, I mean, what kind of symbolism are you looking at? You know, he's doing like Christian prayers while making deals with the devil, who then morphs into Jesus. Some people say that there's 72 bricks on the dollar bill. I don't know if that's true because, I mean, you look at it, it's so blurry, it's hard to tell. I mean, it's possible that it is. And by the way, the guy who made the Guy Fawkes mask, David Lloyd, his name's 54. Another big number with the Jesuit order, so. Tell you what, I got to tuck this into the new book too, man. Maybe the new book's... I was thinking in the neighborhood of 50 pages. It might end up being in the neighborhood of 84 pages. But that's still a short read. So... Okay. With that said, I'm going to see if I can get away with playing the Murder Was the Case music video at 3/4 speed. Don't take me down for copyright. It's fair use. I'm trying to help Snoop Dogg save a soul over here. But anyway, let me get myself out of here. And let's watch this video. Here we go.
Arrived live on the scene of a murder that happened late last night. And although details are very sketchy, we do know that one of the shooting victims is rapper Snoop Doggy Dogg. There was apparently a lot of gunfire here.
Aquí abrazaron el Snoop Doggy Dogg. No sabemos por qué es motivo, pero...
Starts dripping, a tear drops my eye. My body temperature falls. I'm shaking and they breaking, trying to save the dough. Pumping on my chest and I'm screaming. I stop breathing. Damn, I see demons. Dear God, I wonder can you save me? I can't die, my boo-boo's about to have my baby. I think it's too late for praying. Hold up. Her voice spoke to me and it slowly started saying,
bring your lifestyle to me, I'll make it better.
and how long will I live?
Eternal life and forever.
Or will I be the G that I
I'll
was?
make your life better than you can imagine or even dreamed of. So relax yourself, let me take remember who changed your mind. Cause when you start set tripping, that ass is mine.
Her grateful seat to smoke. Never have a want, never have a need. They say I'm greedy, but I still want more. Cause my eyes wanna journey some more. Really out.
Check it out.
I pray in the Lord, my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord, my soul
Murder
to
was the grace that they
keep.
gave me. Murder was the case that they gave me. Murder was the case that they gave me. No more endo, gin and juice. I'm on my way to Chino, rolling on the great goose, shackled from head to toe. 25 with the SL, with nowhere to get, so I know. From the other side, recognize my face, cause it's the OG, D-O-double-G, LBC. Man, dogging, cause I don't care. Red jumpsuit with two braids in my head. Stare as I enter the center. They send me to a level 3 yard. That's why I stay late night. I get too worse, just scraping on the floor. It makes shanks just in case the war pops off. Cause you can't tell what's next. My little homie, baby booty, took a pencil in his neck. And he probably won't make it to C22. I put that on my mama. I'm gonna ride for you, baby boo.
All right, so there it is. Are we still streaming? We'll see if this stays up. It better not come down for copyright. But, you know, two different scenes there where Snoop, well, two scenes where Satan turns into Jesus. The first one's at 1:20, right on the nose. Again, Illuminati 120. And then you also got Snoop in front of an upside-down cross, which is another satanic symbol. And, again, you guys, these people aren't playing, man. And they're showing people the truth of this world. I know people will get offended, Christians, to say that Jesus is Satan, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. Again, the story doesn't really make any sense. It's just something that's taught to you from the time you're a little kid. You're supposed to believe it. But again, take a look at Christians, man. Take a look at all the criminals in this world that hide behind that religion, you know? Again, no evidence anywhere that there ever was a Jesus. Absolutely zero. Zip, zun, nada. There's just none. And so many people just waiting to be saved while this evil just, pervades in this world, man. It's just... Anyway, Gematria, you can't get these other channels. Look at all this supposed truth channels that all claim Jesus and blame everything on Jews. Again, take a look at your truth community and kind of think about what's going on. All these Christian channels that blame everything on Jews. And granted, the Jesuits are Catholic and Jewish, but does it look like it's the Jews at the end of the day who are pulling the strings? No, not at all. It's clearly the Catholic Church, the Vatican, the Society of Jesus. Again, they created Israel, learned the code. It's so easy to see that Israel's their creation. And they needed that nation because at the end of the Bible, what's it say? It says in the end times, the synagogue of Satan rules, the false Jews who are liars. We're living out their text, their script, their plan, putting everywhere from their Bible text to their music videos to their movies. Again, they're telling us their whole plan. You learn the code that they speak in, you see right through all of it. So, again, if you're some Christian that's offended that I'm saying Jesus and Satan are the same thing, I don't care. You should really think about what I'm saying. Where's this Jesus Savior character, while evil goes on in the name of the Society of Jesus? Again, you don't really see any Christians in the world helping out with anything. That's another statement I got to make. They just want your money. They want your money in the name of Jesus. They want to start another war in the name of Jesus. Pretty sure the majority of the wars in the industrial age have all been started in the name of Jesus. Again, you guys, look at the Jesuit universities. How many of them are called the Wolves and the Wolf Pack? Too many. And that's biblical language, right? Wolves in sheep's clothing. So most of these religious types are. So we'll leave it there for now, True Seeker. Till next time.